guys, it's me Teheli. I'm back. It's Thought for Tuesday once again. Episode 4, we actually made it to episode 4, so thanks you so very much for joining me on this journey as I share my thoughts with you. This week, something I'm going to talk about, which was I discussed actually with a friend of mine, Natalie. So, Natalie, I'm giving you a shout out. Thank you for the discussion we had yesterday about this. I woke up with it on my mind, and you also had the same thought, so thanks for sharing. Right, so discussion about today is actually about using the time while we're home social distancing to get creative. So on Thursday, it will make it exactly 14 days, 2 weeks ago, that we discovered, it was publicly announced, our first case of an import with the COVID virus. And fast forward to 12 days later, and our lives have changed in their entirety. Everything's different. We're living differently. And in Trinidad, that for us as a people is a little bit of a challenge because we are generally very social, very warm, outgoing people. But even though it might seem like a challenge, it's actually a great opportunity now for growth because we have this wonderful opportunity while practicing social distancing and spending more time at home to spend more time with ourselves. So before I go there, I just want to scale it back even more and just share one thing. I was recently reading a very brief article, a blurb I saw somewhere, and I'm not sure if you are aware of this. Everybody, I think, knows Shakespeare, but are you aware that Shakespeare created most of his works during a plague? He was at home and he became creative, and that's what I'd like to talk to you all about today. How can we get creative while social distancing? So yeah, it's a challenge being at home. For most of us, it's not something that we're used to. We may have children at home with us. Maybe you live alone, and then you have all this quiet time, and it seems strange because you might have been occupied with work or your social life, going out meeting friends, spending time with family. But now you're confined to the bounds of a limited space, and it might seem like a limited space, but actually it isn't. I have been, over the last 12 days, been very creative. I actually am very grateful for this time because I've been spending a lot of time learning to love myself a little bit more, and love myself not in the outward way of dressing up nicely. Obviously I'm home, so I'm not really dressing up that nicely, but loving myself in finding ways where I can use the time to become more creative. So in the last 12 days, I have started an online business school program. The program is 8 weeks long. I am actually in week 3 of the program in 12 days, week 3. So I've been very creative. My mind is just absorbing everything exponentially. I'm hungry, and I'm using this opportunity in a way that is beneficial to my learning and my education. So whenever we come out of this, I'll not just be bored, but I'll have so much going on. I want to encourage you to find ways to get creative. I have been working on a book since last year. I paused it because I was running 2 marathons earlier this year, and with all that was going on, I didn't have the time. I now have a huge opportunity to continue writing a book on something that I love to talk about so much: gratitude. I am getting to do this. I'm getting time to journal more. I journal every night and I reflect on my days. And now that I'm home social distancing in a semi-self-quarantine, I've not been asked to self-quarantine, but I'm doing it because I want to do my part to help my country and to keep my friends and family safe. The thing about it is that I've been spending more time in my journal, and even at home I'm finding things to appreciate. I find I'm appreciating the sound of the birds better. I haven't actually been watching TV because it's the least interesting thing to do right now. I can create whatever I want. And I think back, and I'm going to use these 2 gentlemen that we all know as inspiration for us. When Mahatma Gandhi and Nelson Mandela, or should I say the similarities between Mahatma Gandhi and Nelson Mandela is that they were both confined in prison cells for long periods of time. And even though they were in this tiny space, in this tiny cell, they created more opportunity They had more freedom than any one of us who are actually out there doing things every single day. And the reason why they did this and how they were able to contribute and do this is because they withdrew from the external, the world as we know it, and they went inside, and they went inside, and they went inside of this. And as a result, they were able to use the tools that the God-given ability, if you don't want to use God, the ability that you were born with to create. And they created beautiful things to the extent that Shakespeare, Mahatma Gandhi, and Nelson Mandela are long gone. But are they forgotten? No. So my friends, my thing for you today, my thought for Tuesday today with you is, what can we create? How can we use this time of social distancing to create? So maybe we can't go outside. That's okay. Let's go inside now and create something beautiful. That, my friends, is my thought for today. Thank you so much for listening. Namaste. Blessings and love you all. Take care. Bye.